The fact of the matter is, whether you've been in network marketing for years or just a few days, your family and friends have seen your opportunity and your phone is, as we call it, burnt. If you're anything like me, that's a scary thought. So the big question is, how do entrepreneurs like us, who love the network marketing profession, who no longer want to be that guy, and are tired of convincing people during uncomfortable let's get coffee meetings where they say, what's this all about? How do we market in a way that aligns us with our dream clients and expands our network of upfront and transparent professionals, allowing us to get our time back, our families back, and gain a real passive asset? People like us who value impact over income, we deserve to see our visions once and for all. Join me in this podcast where we'll uncover just how to do that. My name is Eric Sablon. Welcome to Burnt Phone Marketing. Hey guys, what's going on? Eric Sablon here with Burnt Phone Marketing, and I'm super excited to have one of my really close friends. She actually is the lady that does all of my editing for my podcast intros. So if you're looking for some editing, I can hook you up because she'll definitely take care of you. But besides that, we've been good friends since we were in high school. She was a soccer player. She's very active in sports. She is a mother of two wonderful kids, and she is a full-time network marketer. So all of you out there that are listening that are like, how do you go from working a job? Oh, by the way, she came from the social work industry. So the social work, that's where she started. That's where she got a degree, and she brought it over to the network marketing space. And she has a compassionate heart. She has everything that you're really going to look for in a leader. And the one thing that really stands out, and we're going to talk about in this interview, is consistency, consistency, consistency. If there's one thing that I know, she posts first thing in the morning, boom, I got my workout done, boom, I did this, boom, I did that. It's all done. And consistency. If you've never read the book, The Compound Effect, she's the epitome of what he talks about in the compound effect. So guys, it's my privilege and pleasure to welcome Toi Registe to the show. Toi, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Eric. What a great introduction. I'm like, it wasn't even warm in here. Now I'm all of a sudden warm. So thanks.
Well, it's all the truth. It's all the truth. So, you kind of know how the interview lays out goes, because again, like I said at the beginning, she does all of my editing. So I'm actually going to just start off with, give us a little bit about your backstory and where you came from, and a little bit about what got you into entrepreneurship.
Okay, so I am true Alaskan. I was born and raised there. I've always kind of followed the norm, I guess you could say, in sense of, you go to, you do elementary school, you go to junior high, you go to high school, you go to college. I went to college. I did 6 years. I have a bachelor's in psychology, and I have a master's degree in criminal justice. And that's just kind of always been like what was driven into me. It was never like, go out on your own, do your own thing. And to be honest, I kind of lived a sheltered life. I am a cop's kid. So, and my dad is still a cop to this day, 40 some years later. So I kind of lived a sheltered life. Like my life was, if you want to look at it, was already kind of pre-planned for me. It wasn't like, if you go to college, it was like, when you go, what are you going to major in? So I'm not good with change, and I'm better, but that's always been like one of my opportunities. And I don't like to say the word weakness, because I don't like to say people are weak. I like to look at it as an opportunity. So I did the gamut. Went to school. When I graduated, I was a supervisor at juvenile jail. I went into the corporate world because I thought, hey, let's kind of get out of the private sector and go into corporate America. Not where I wanted to be. So then from there, I went into social work, like Eric stated. I was a social worker for 5 years. And on top of all this, I was still playing sports and all these things. And I really found that my passion is serving others, whether that was being the team captain of my soccer team or being a social worker. Just in some capacity, I loved that feeling of helping others be their best. So lo and behold, I had a baby in 2014. He's now 5. And of course, as women, we hate the baby weight we gain. We know it's normal, but we still fret about wanting to lose it. And it's like, hello, You carried a baby for 10 months in your body put all the weight in 10 months. You're not going to lose it in 2 weeks, right? So it was one of those late night nursing sessions. I was up, it was just me and the baby, and popped up an infomercial. And I was kind of tired of doing the diets. I was tired of doing what was the new craze, and being a nursing mom. You can't do the wraps. You can't do the pills. You can't do the shakes. You can't do all these things. I'm like, I got to find something that works, but I need something that's going to stick. Like, I need something that's going to teach me, like, rewire my brain, because I have like the craziest sweet tooth there is, and I still enjoy my foods. So I did this program. It teaches you a healthy lifestyle on top of 30-minute workouts that I could do. One, either get up super early in the morning, knock it out, shower, hop back in bed, baby never knew I was gone, or I could do it when he napped. So I did that, fell in love with the product, was first approached about the business opportunity, and I was like, it ain't for me. I'm not good with stuff that's not familiar. I need something that's concrete. But then it came time to, it was like, okay, go back to the real world, 9 to 5, leave my baby with strangers. Hello, social worker here. Don't trust people with my kids. Or find something I could do at home and be present, which that's my thing with when I decided to become a mom, because it wasn't something that came easy for us the first time. I was like, if I'm going to enjoy every moment I can, I'm going to soak in everything I can. So I decided to give network marketing a shot, and here I am. I celebrated my 4 years in September, and still rocking it.
Well, that's actually a tough thing to do, is because a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people, and we've talked about this before on the podcast, is, a lot of people never get to that spot where their back's against the wall, where they need to make a change. And you said that you don't really do well with change, but what you did was you embraced what you had. You shot for a little bit bigger vision, and then kind of put your back to the wall. And then putting your back to the wall, you found network marketing. And I love the network marketing industry. I love the profession. I love the people that you meet, the personal development that you get. And one thing that I want to ask you is, because we kind of talked about who your business is, we're going to talk about your clients, but what's the one thing that you'd say that has changed your life because of network marketing in the last 4 years? What's the one thing that literally all school, all teaching, all of that other stuff has taught you to do differently?
That's super easy, because I've just been reflecting a lot. We're getting towards the end of the year, and I would honestly say that it's been to step outside my comfort box, and to be okay doing that. Like, I used to like palm sweat. It was crazy. Like, I passed out in high school giving a speech on peanut butter and jelly, right? Crazy. But I would just say, like, just being comfortable, I'm not gonna say every day is easy, because it's not, but just the thought of, it's okay to be uncomfortable, like, because that's where you grow. So I would say, like, with all my other professions, with school, I was uncomfortable, but it was still kind of like the same setting. I knew what to expect when I went to class. I knew what to expect when I went into work, even though every day was different. But network marketing, that's a whole nother ball game. Like,
right.
So just that piece, I would say that's what I've learned.
So kind of stepping out of your comfort zone. And, a lot of people, they go through the grind, and they basically almost turn, I hate to say, but they almost turn into robots, because they're just like, a lot of people, they drive to work and they forget how they got there. Have you ever done that, where you're just driving and all of a sudden you made the right turn and it's Saturday and you went to work on accident? Well, that happened to me, and that happened to me before. And, that's because I was programmed, and it's amazing what the industry does and changes your mindset. So that's a huge nugget, and it definitely helps when you really look at kind of your goals and how you've set it out and what you've done to better yourself. Because that's honestly, I always say it in all of my podcasts, that network marketing is it's a personal development course wrapped in a conversation plan.
Right. Yeah.
Because you become somebody that you never thought you'd be. So, we talked about your story, and I want to kind of tell the audience a little bit about, who your dream client is. Because it's important to understand your customer avatar, and, what does your dream client look like?
So this is something, and I'm like one of those transparent people. This is something that 4 years, I'm still struggling with, because I'm trying to grasp my head around that avatar changes, because I change, right? So I know who I don't want. More importantly,
it's a good start.
Yeah, right. Right. More important. But, I want those, and I'm going to say moms because that's what I can relate to. I'm a mom of two. I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. Like, it is bananas around here. If you've ever watched me on Instagram or Facebook, they're running amok in the background. Like, this
They
is
are.
rare that I am in this office by myself without someone calling me. But it's just uh, a mom. I'm gonna not even say mom because I don't like referring to a title because we're more than that.
Hmm.
A woman that has lost herself in motherhood,
Right.
and that could be and that's not necessarily being health and fitness. It's just doing something for you every day, filling
Right.
that cup every day. Because if we're not 100%, our loved ones can't be,
Right.
because we take care of those people. So pretty much a woman, and it could be a woman, not even be a mom, but I'm just gonna say a mom because that's what I relate to. A mom that has lost herself, who is unhappy looking in the mirror at not just her physical appearance, but maybe who's looking back at her, someone that has tired eyes, someone that feels like every day is a struggle. And juggle the mommy struggle is something I always say, but not every day is bad. But just, I want a mom that is ready for change
Right.
from that inside out. Because once you start that transformation on the inside, it can't help but seep out seep out the outside. So just a mom that doesn't think she's worth it,
Right.
doesn't believe that she is just as important, or if not more important than the people that she takes care of every day.
And that could be a dad also. That could be, a man as well. One thing that I'd say is, I've seen you through your journey in the last 3.5, 4 years, and I've watched the transformation that you've had. And the funny thing is, and it's not that, I mean, the funny thing that I'd say is the avatar is who you were 3 years ago.
Right.
And it's nice because you can tell those, and I think that's why you focus on the mom, is because you can tell the story directly to that person. And I was just on a call the other day, this morning, and we were talking about how important it is to understand your customer, but also understand the pain points in your customer. And if you're looking for someone that was you 3 years ago, you have the fast track
Right.
to change
I know
them.
those pain points.
Right. So those pain points. You're like John Schwartz said in my interview, his goal is to compress everybody's businesses by 10 years because he already walked the path.
Right.
So, and that's great, because the fact that you know your avatar and that you want that person, it's huge, because you can see their success and you can walk with them right through what's going on in their life. The thing that I really, really wanted to talk to you about in this podcast, and everybody, I would suggest right now, if you're driving, pull over. If you're at home and you're listening to this, grab a pen and paper, because this right here is this section of this interview right here is what's going to transform your we'll just say the fourth quarter. It doesn't matter what year it is, because this is going to be syndicated somewhere else, but your fourth quarter, your first quarter, your second quarter. This right here, just these nuggets that she's going to drop right now, are going to be what changes your business, your fitness, your marriage. Right here, these nuggets right here. And I'm just going to tell you, because the one thing that Toi does, beyond a shadow of a doubt, because I've worked with her before, is she is the most consistent person I ever met. And I would just say today, I want you just to give the audience let's just do 3 tips, because 3 tips are actionable. 3 actionable tips that you use all the time to stay consistent, because like I said, you are the most consistent person I know. And what are the 3? I mean, it can be anything, but what would be the 3 tips you'd give the audience to stay consistent?
The first one I would say is make the decision to be consistent. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds cliche, but for me, when I decided to go all in with consistency, it was, and I'm just going to talk about social media because that's where I tend to show up consistently.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I was going to share whatever it was I was going through.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to show up every day, whether I was crying, whether I was sweating, whether I was running around with the kids. Like, make the decision to be consistent and be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, my second point would be you. Don't try to be someone else, because everyone else is taken. And that's something I have struggled with forever. Like, be authentically you, because I'm gonna tell you this now, people can see through the crap. People that know you are gonna be like, wait a minute, that's not the Toi I know. I mean, obviously you change, but the core of you is the core of you. So be authentically you. Share your ups, share your downs. People don't want to see, you guys don't want to see me with all the six pack and the arms and my perfect nutrition. Like, that's not me. I'm not perfect. Like, so why would I portray that, right? And thirdly, I would just say, and I would say pick a platform and show up consistently on that platform. So yes, there's Twitter. Yes, there's I don't even have Twitter or Snapchat.
All the other ones, yeah.
Yeah, all those. I do Instagram and Facebook. Those are where I show up every single day. And the one thing I show up every single day is in my community on Facebook. Okay. So pick a platform, forget all the other ones for now until you really get good at being consistent, and show up there consistently, be authentically you, and make the decision to be consistent and stay consistent.
Those are some really, really good tips. So number one was be consistent, or make the decision to be consistent.
And don't just say it, be it.
Yeah, be it. And I always say this, if the nighttime news only came on every other day, it wouldn't be the nightly news.
Right.
If Sports Center didn't come on every weekend, every day at the same time, it wouldn't be Sports Center. Sports Center is designed, and those places are designed to be consistent, and you always know that happens. And then be you. I talked to Stuart Webb, who built a following from 0 to 10,000 and then he sold that Instagram account and built another one from 0 to 10,000. And he said one of the biggest things is be you and be authentic and be real, which is huge because, everybody doesn't want to see the bodybuilder show or the end results. They all aspire to have the end results, but the thing is they relate to our struggles. And we always say it with Justin Prince, dream, struggle, victory. People relate to our struggle. And I love what Justin said on the interview. And if you haven't listened to that interview was on fire. But you go back to it and you listen to it. He says, yes, everybody falls on our struggles, but really it's that part that you hit, the story that you hit to get to your victory is the real struggle story that you want to tell people. And those are some really, really big nuggets. So I'm going to ask the other questions. Being an entrepreneur for 4 years, and what would you what would you have told yourself September 4 years ago that would have increased the speed of your business? What's the one thing you would have told yourself?
So I thought about this question because I knew it was coming because hello, I do the editing for the podcast. And there's two things.
Okay.
So one is, for lack of a better word, don't rely on others or someone else to lead the way.
That's good.
Pave your own path.
Right.
And secondly, my other one would have been, just because someone else is doing it doesn't mean it's right for me. Doesn't mean it's right for you. Do what's right for you from the beginning. Like, I wish I would have known that 4 years ago. Not that I'm not successful, because I have learned to redefine what success means to me, but I would be even more successful if I would have taken those two pieces of advices 4 years ago.
Right. And we all, hindsight's 2020, but the fact that you learn, like we live and we learn, that's the key to it. And, like we just talked about, the struggle part of it is part of our story. So the first 4 years may have been tough, but when you turn that dial and you figured out what was going on and you actually honed in the skill set that you need, because, let's be honest, a lot of network marketers, they teach you the same system, make a list of 100, do this, do that. You hear it in my intro that, your friends and family have seen your pitch. They all have seen your pitch. So, how do you market to the right people? And that's one thing that if I would have learned in 2013, it would have been that exact same thing. It'd have been like, how do I pick my perfect avatar? Because if you're marketing to everybody, you're marketing to nobody.
Right.
And if you don't have an avatar and you don't have the actual honed in problem that you're solving, and you don't have a good offer, it's going to be tough to sell anything because it's hard to come up with that passion. So yeah, those are some huge nuggets. That's good. That'll definitely speed up your speed up your business.
And another thing I also found too was in my network marketing company, they do a lot of contests.
Mm-hmm.
And I could never figure out why I could hit points when it was a regular month. But the minute that they had a contest, and it was because I wasn't being authentic and helping people. I was going for whatever number I needed to get instead of what I truly wanted. And that just goes with do what's best for you, for me.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
don't worry about whatever else is doing because consistency is key and it'll eventually come back around. So yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing that I noticed. If there's a lot of people, like even at the end of the month when sales are down or something like that in any job, corporate job, quarters coming up, they're not authentic. They're almost sharks.
Right.
Sharks are good, but a lot of times with the sharks get returns, and sharks get, they people aren't they're sold because they ran their credit card, but mentally they're not sold, or emotionally they're sold,
Right.
but logically they're not sold, which is a big problem because then you're going to get the returns. And a lot of times it's because we're pushing so hard on the close because we're trying to hit that number. And, be authentic is a huge thing, because when you're not worried about the close, I mean, you're concerned about the close, but it's not the number one thing. You're actually providing value. They'll buy a lot quicker. They'll buy a lot easier, and they'll have logical justifications on why they did it. So yeah, that is a huge thing. So apparently don't do a contest with you because it's not good.
Apparently not.
If I want to win, do a contest with you. Okay, got it.
No, I'm good on the one-on-one things. Like me and my upline, I always won, but when it was like a company-wide thing, I don't know what it is, but I just felt like it was that pressure. And I was like, I mean, I do great under pressure, don't get me wrong, but that kind of pressure where I can't be myself and it just ain't for me.
It was and it might be honestly, it might be like the compare-itis where you see the numbers so often that you're like, man, I need to get out there and do double what I'm doing. And what I learned,
got 5 and I'm at 0, like,
right?
What? I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah, what I learned is it's not what you did this week; it's what you didn't do 2 weeks ago when your pipeline was empty, and all of a sudden, like that's why in network marketing you always talk about pre-launches, like pre-launch before the launch, and it's because your pipeline is getting full of people. And you'll be able to talk to more people and be more comfortable if there's 30 people to talk to instead of 6 or 1. So, the format. What are you currently working on, and where can our audience find more about you? And I always will put the links in fact, I probably won't even have to put the links in today.
I'll put the links.
There you go.
Yeah. So you can find me on Instagram. So Bodied by Toi. So it's BODIEDBYTOI. Same thing on Facebook. Also, just my personal page. I'm one of those people. Like I probably share. I have a line per se, but my pages all tend to mirror each other.
Right.
So Toi Registe on Facebook. I have a free fitness. I don't even want to say fitness community. I just have a free community on Facebook where you can go and be supported and motivated and encouraged, regardless of what type of journey you're on.
Right.
As long as you're there to better yourself, be supportive of others, and encouraging. It's called Fitastic Body. So you can go to www.fitastic. So it's FITTASTIC.com.
And we'll put that in the show notes.
I'll put that in the show notes. And then, so those are where you can find me out there in social media world. As far as what I've got coming up, so my campaign for right now is Finish the Year Strong.
Okay.
And I have, for those you don't know, I am a health and wellness coach, a virtual one. So I have a new fit camp two that are launching on November 18th.
Okay.
One is like, I'm a hardcore athlete. Like, I like someone in my face cussing me out. Like, I need that person drop and give me 20. You know, I need that. Like, that's what I thrive on. So there is a new program that's out. The Fit Camp is going to be called Put in Work, because you're going to work. It's 6
Okay.
weeks.
Nice.
It's an advanced program. Not to say that people that aren't advanced can't do it, but there is the fit test that you would do beforehand if you kind of don't qualify. No problem. I got you covered. I got another group starting the same day, another 6-week
cool.
one. This one is more nutrition based, because I really want people to understand it's a lifestyle. It's not a diet, right? Like, it was Halloween yesterday. Did I have candy? Yeah, bet I did. You know what my dinner was? Chicken nuggets and cabbage. Like, I'm not perfect, you know, so I want to show people, just because it's the holidays, don't wait till January 1st to start eating better. You can start doing that now.
Right.
So this group is more nutrition based. There are workouts that go along with it, but it's 6 weeks as well. So I kind of made both of them start at the same time. They end at the same time, because there's going to be some people that put in work, and maybe they find out a couple programs or workouts in, it's not for them. I don't want them to be like, oh,
I'm done.
That's it. I'm done. Wait till January. No, hop on into this group. It's all good. So that's what I've got going on right now. And then starting on Monday, actually, November 4th, I have partnered with another coach. And we are going to be doing a Ditch the Sugar and Cravings free group to help with Halloween, was just yesterday. So to help you kind of get back on track in terms of controlling your sweet tooth. I don't ever like to tell people eliminate it, because I'll never eliminate mine. That ain't reality. I'm just being real. So just to help you kind of get under control. So that's going to be a 5-day one. There's going to be an actual meal plan you follow. There's going to be workouts you do every day. We're going to be going live in there, giving you additional information. So that's starting on November 4th. And you will find about all that when you join my free community on Facebook.
Awesome. So yeah, we'll definitely put those in the Facebook group. So the last question that I always ask, and you know it. So in your business today, what's the one thing that keeps you up at night, good, bad, or both?
So this kept me up all day, this question. And I would say what I worry about most is, do I share too much?
Really?
And that may sound weird to some people, because I do have some people that are like, you know, I had a story a while ago on Instagram, and I got messages about, oh my God, I can't believe you shared that about your life. And it's like, well, why not? Right? Like, I mean, there are some things that I do keep private in terms of like what I'm going through in relationships, but you'll know I'm having a struggle, but I won't be specific about who that struggle is with and what the struggle is about. But I will share with you, because I want people to see that, you know, I'm human. I'm just like you. Right? So I sometimes think that maybe I do share too much. I worry about, do I share too much about my kids? Do I really need to put a line in terms of, all right, this is Toi Registe's personal Facebook page, and then here's her Body by Toi one. But that's not me. Like, my kids are part of me. And I want to share that with other moms and dads, that it is doable with kids. Like, how am I going to be talking to you about relating to your struggles when you've never seen my kids?
Right. That's true.
How am I going to tell you can run this business with your kids running amok in the background if you don't see mine running amok in the background? Like,
and they do videos all the time, and there was cameos of
all the time. Yeah, my oldest. You know, now I don't know if you guys know, I have two now. I have 5 and 2-year-olds. So I worry about that.
Okay, well, that's a good one. So on we're kind of cut from the same cloth, because all of my stuff is public, and I do have multiple Facebook pages, and then my personal page. And I just tell people this: if you're going to be in business and you want to excel in business, and a lot of people are talking about attraction marketing and all of that stuff, you have to be transparent with the people that your audience. And there is, at some point, there will be a time where we'll do a just page that's just one person, and then we'll have our own maxed out 5,000 friends page. But until then, honestly, it's like, just build your personal page, do what you're normally doing, and stay out of the controversy, because that's the quickest way to separate one of your possible prospects or customers. So the last thing I'm going to ask you is, what's the one thing that you always say, or what's the one nugget that you'd give the audience just to say, do this one?
I always like to say, do you, boo?
Yeah, do you?
Like, I mean, really,
Yeah.
like, there's no one like you out there. It's taken me a super long time to be able to say that and confidently say that, because that's just not where I was. But like, the more that you accept you and your flaws and your imperfections, all of those things make you you. Like, that is, I always tell my moms, my group, that is your superpower.
Right, that is. And embrace it, lean into it. Like Stephen
Yes,
Hawking
lean
said,
into the
lean
hard.
into it.
Like, yeah,
Lean
so I would just say, do you, boo? Do you?
All right, awesome. Thank you, Toy. Thank you for being on this on my podcast. I know you were one of the first or second people that I ever asked. However, it took 30 episodes for you to get on for us to figure it out. But guys, I will, like I said, I will put all of Toy's information in the show notes, and reach out to her. She's a fantastic individual, fantastic coach. She will inspire you on the daily. I guarantee it. So just, even if you don't do any of the stuff that she does, if she pops up on your feed, I promise you'll be like, oh, that's the Toy. So just remember that, guys. She always brings a lot of value every time she does everything. So guys, like always on our podcast, listen to the whole outro. I'll be giving away something for free to help you in either your marketing, your network marketing business, or just something for free. And we're working on a lot of offers now, so make sure you listen to the full outro. Again, this is Eric Sablon, Toi Registe, Burnt Phone Marketing Radio. Enjoy, and I'll see you on the next Burnt Phone Marketing podcast. Talk to you guys soon. Hey, thanks for listening. Please remember to rate and subscribe. I know it's hard to find people to pitch or talk to when your warm market dries up. So what do? When I first got started, I took off like most of you did. Then you started to get that feeling of being that guy. Me too. So to help you from hitting that brick wall, I've created a summit with the top 10 network marketing professionals. For you, 100% complimentary. Yes, it's free. I want to start off by building an amazing relationship with you. So no matter if you've been in the industry for years or you just got started, this summit is for you. So go to www.burnphonemarketing.com and get your complimentary network marketing summit. Again, that's BURNTPHONE marketing.com and get access to this phenomenal summit. There you are going to find 3 keys to building a solid network marketing business. Number 1, belief. Number 2, strategy. And number 3, action. So to get access, go to www.burnphonemarketing.com and get your complimentary network marketing summit. Again, that's burnphonemarketing.com.